Hello and welcome. It's Judy Keating here, and I need to share the slides for today. Let me just make sure we get our sound going. There we are. Welcome to the Sagittarius community ceremony for this very powerful Sag new moon. If you haven't been here before, my name is Judy Keating, and I am the co-creating managing partner with Bonnie Salomon of Wise Transformation, opening to soul alignment. We do these free calls twice a month around the new and full moons to inspire you to tap into the elements, to invite co-creation with the elemental forces so that you can amplify what you want to create in your life or what you want assistance with. At Wise Transformation, we are two women intent on bringing elemental wisdom and feminine magic back into everyday life. There's a special CCT mini session added in today because this is such a holy time of year that I wanted to give you a boost of energy for clarifying truth and meaning in your life. And you'll see why when we talk about Sagittarius. But I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some upcoming events. There's a very exciting thing starting today. And we're going to call in sacred space. We're going to talk about what Sagittarius is and what's going to happen when Mercury goes direct in just a couple of days. We'll get some ceremonial guidance from the Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle. We'll be together probably a little less than 75 minutes, but I like to add time in so that people know how long it might take. So I am so excited to be one of 23 speakers that are at an event called Enchanted, and enchanted-life.com, www.the-enchanted-life.com, is an event that is an online free global conference with many different speakers, and I'm blessed to be one of them. This is created and produced by Kathy Forrest, and it starts today. So there'll be talks available today, December 11th, and more talks will drop that you can listen to women who have become spiritual entrepreneurs and leaders and get some tips from them, but also get free gifts from every single one of them. So sign up at www.the-enchanted-life.com, and you will have access to the recordings as they drop. And you'll have the option to buy all the recordings if you find value, but there are free gifts with each presentation, and they're all so incredibly valuable. We are excited to present this coming year in 2024, an event called Create a Dynamic Year. This is a play shop that gives you the opportunity to sit down with like-hearted women virtually. You can do it in your pajamas. It's an all-day event from about 10 to 4:30. There'll be some breaks in there, of course, and snacks and drinks are encouraged. There'll be dancing, there'll be play, there'll be planning, and there will be support for clarifying what you want to create in 2024 so that you can start to get your structures in place so that as the year moves on into Imbolc, when we really plant the seeds, you will have a plan ready and can start taking steps. So we're very excited about that play shop. It's going to be January 6th. It's a Saturday, and look forward to having you there. You can go to wisetransformation.com. It's on the front page for full details on how to sign up. We had to postpone this Honoring Grief, Unleashing the Power of the Feminine event. It's going to be January 7th and 8th. That's the following Sunday and Monday after the play shop. And it's going to have a 3-part journey. Karima Andrea has been training with David Kessler and is a priestess in the lineage of Nicole Christine and a high priestess. And she has many other qualifications, but she has a unique understanding of grief from a very personal perspective, which she can share. And she will give us tools and ways to honor our grief. And then Victoria Moonfire Fatula, she is a moon priestess in another lineage, and is an elemental goddess in terms of her years of study of the elements and working directly with them in Hawaii. She's going to be doing a part of the ceremony or the day with us, the afternoon, that will allow us to really express our grief in a very profound way. And then I'm going to be doing a segment that will probably include some compassion key work, but will also include some elemental work in terms of the areas that we grieve in the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and energetic, and how we can use the elemental forces to support us during our grief. We believe that most of humanity is grieving with the years of the pandemic, with the world events that are occurring, with the cycle of life where people are losing people that are close to them, with the changes in our economy, changes in our job landscape. There's really just so many ways that you can be grieving. This gives you a safe space to express your grief, to get support, and to get a plan so that you can continue to get support after the event is over. So that event is going to occur on that Sunday and Monday after the play shop. So the first weekend in January is going to be a very powerful weekend at Wise Transformation. So I did want to remind you, if you didn't know already, that Mercury is going retrograde, and it starts on December 13th. You may already start to feel that sort of wanting to draw inward time, and also wanting to not start anything new. This is the end of the year. It's a time when we're gaining perspective. So it's not something to start something brand new, but it is a completion phase. Those things that you want to get completed, this is a great time to focus on that. It's not a good time to sign contracts. Many people who sign contracts at this time put caveats in them that they have a renewal right or a chance to check the contract over after January 1st in this case, because that's when Mercury goes direct, is right after January 1st comes in. So it's a time where words that begin with RE, like retrograde, it's a great time to rest, reflect, research, renew your commitment to tying up loose ends, regain perspective, recognize all you have done. It's a time to sort of compile on the inner what has occurred and not initiate a new phase. So there can be communication problems at this time. So you want to take extra time with things that you're putting out. You want to be sure that you might double check on communications, and you might have computer problems or other issues, but just know that it's part of the timing that is asking you from stepping away from the doing of things. So just wanted you to be sure to recognize that was occurring. And when we have the new moon, sun, and the moon in, it's all aligned in the same archetype. So we have Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is the most expanded fire sign. So there's a lot of energy around expanding. We're going to talk about that a little bit more as we move forward here. So expansion is the watchword for Sagittarius. It is can be very optimistic. That's not listed on the slide here, but I do want to put that in. It's a time of great joy. It's dynamic, outgoing, truth-seeking. It's the explorer. It's the one that quests. and it can quest out in the physical world or it can quest on the inner. And it's always seeking out new ideas and territories and truths. It has expanded awareness and discoveries, and it brings them back with others as a teacher of philosophy or evolving states of consciousness. It doesn't limit you to being a teacher of those things. It's just those things are much in alignment with Sagittarius. And it passionately searches for the meaning of life through freedom, growth, and development. It does use a lot of energy, so you may feel a little tired. There's many reasons for that, but Sagittarius sun and new moon is a piece of it. A little more information about Sagittarius. It creates the ninth gate of awareness, and it teaches the significance of expansion. And when it does that outward expansion of energetically seeking these new ideas and territories, it passionately searches through freedom, growth, and development. And Sagittarius is generally in this sign from November 22nd to December 21st. So as a support, before we dive into the specifics of our call today, I wanted to give you an energy session. So if you're listening to this recording and you are driving, please stop the recording. Or if you're attending to a child or your attention is needed elsewhere, this is an energy session and it can put you in an altered state for a little bit. So we don't want you to be doing anything that might require your full awareness. But if you've done the energy sessions with me before, you know that I ask you to assist with the hand positions. And if you haven't, this is your first time, welcome, welcome. It is my sincere hope that this mini session will help you to calibrate to the energies of Sagittarius, but also to open to how to best support yourself in this very fiery time. So I love this quote from Rumi: "What you seek is seeking you." And that is a very Sagittarian quote. And as we begin the session today, I just want to tell you that I'm going to ask you to put one hand on the center of your chest and one hand on your belly button at certain times in the session. And I'm going to ask you to put one hand above your belly button and one hand below. It doesn't matter which hand goes where in terms of which one's up and which one's below. We call it a belly button sandwich. And then I'll have you move your hands again to the center of your chest and the middle of your belly button. And then one more time down to the bottom of below your belly button and above your belly button. So these hand movements help to move the energies all the way through. And I have some specific intentions having to do with Sagittarius for us today. And I just like you to call into your mind any intention that you have during this time, something that you want support with energetically. It doesn't necessarily have to be what you're going to work on a little bit later in our call. It could just be, where do you need extra energetic sustenance and support right now? Just call that to mind, because I'm going to ask about your own individual intentions in the session. So otherwise, you can just relax. You can close your eyes if you want. I close my eyes so I can feel the energy. Even on a recording, I can feel the people that are watching it later. And just relax as much as you can. Take a deep breath. I ask to place the vibration of opening in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to place the healing chambers in the appropriate order for this mini session for you today in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to place the vibration of your intentions and the intentions in this mini session in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to place the vibration of the 23 crystal vibrations, the 11 universal needs and mastery in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to connect you to the crystalline grids of the planet. I ask to connect you to the crystalline energy field. If you would, go ahead and put one hand on your center of chest and one hand on your belly button. I invoke opening. For those who are new, when I use the word opening, I'm not opening you up. I'm not doing it. I'm asking your highest self to align with the energy of where all the solutions live. So I'm asking your highest self to step into the stream of consciousness that is crystalline consciousness, which is a place where all possibility, all solution-oriented energies live, all adjustment and growth can happen. So I'm just going to be quiet and let that energy move. Go ahead and move your hands down, one above your belly button and one below. And we're still in opening. Go ahead and put your hand, one on the center of your chest and one on your belly button. I invoke one empowerment healing chamber. Go ahead and move your hands, one above your belly button and one below. I ask to anchor in the following intentions as stated. Your personal intentions, whatever you thought of that you want assistance with. That's what we're working with right now. Release anything that is no longer true for you. A positive geometric configuration of belonging, support, and self-responsibility. You would go ahead and put both hands on your belly button, one atop the other. It doesn't matter which one's on top. I invoke mastery. Mastery gives us a new set point to allow us to have a new place to stand, new growth after all this energy moves through. As it is intended in the new earth energies, so it is. You can relax, asking for assimilation for each person. Open your eyes, move your body, maybe stomp your feet so you're fully here. And this energy session will continue to unwind whatever is needed to go for you in the next few days. So just notice what you notice. You can go on with your life. It's don't need to do anything, but if you get ideas about doing something different, or you recognize even more clearly the things you want to drop doing in the new year, this is what this was for. We really want to honor what is true and meaningful and allow it to be different if it needs to be than what it was in the past. So with this new moon and sun in Sagittarius, all about expanded growth, what area of your life might need a fire to be lit to expand and grow in your life? This question is given to you as a way to focalize the energy around what Sagittarius brings. If this question doesn't help you, don't use it. I'm going to put a little music on, but just reflect. What do you want Sagittarius to help you with? That's really the main thing we're getting here, is what are we going to focus on? What's true for you that you want to focus on in this beautiful time of year? I believe I did check the box, but I just want to be sure, so I apologize for this. Just going to go back here, and I did check the box. I just wanted to be sure y'all could hear the music. Sorry about that. Here we go. Okay, if you need more time deciding what you want to focus on in this Sagittarius new moon and sun, just pause the recording. So we use the Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle by Lisa Michaels, and you can find the deck at lisa-michaels.com if you don't own a deck, or you can find the link for Deckable. I didn't put a advertisement slide for the deck in here, I just realized. But these are all the earth cards. And so look over them and determine what support, what are you drawn to when you look at these cards in terms of earth and the elemental forces of creation. You want to pick a card that feels in alignment with what you need support with. What stands out to you when you look at the cards? So if you need to pause, you can, but we're going to go on. You have a card that has pulled you in terms of what you're working on. And then I have an inquiry. And if the inquiry that I show you doesn't resonate for you, then ask Earth what it wants you to know about whatever it is that you're lighting a fire under right now. So because Earth is all about our calendar, it's about our physical bodies, it's about our planet, it's about structure and form. It seems like a really simple thing, but a lot of times we don't make time for what is important to us. So what has meaning for you, it says me, but for you, that you want to make time for? Like, what's a priority that you really want to be sure you put it on your calendar, that you block off time for it? And it could be in relation to what you want to put a fire under, but just take a few minutes and let the music help you to just ponder this. What does Earth want you to know? Okay, should have had plenty of time with that question. And now we're going to move on to water. And water is the emotional realm. It's where all of our feelings live, including our unconscious feelings. So when you feel into your water realm, your emotional realm, these are all the cards in the Elemental Forces of Creation deck. Just notice which card or cards you feel drawn to right now based on what you're focusing on. If you haven't decided which card is right for you, you can pause the recording. I'm going to ask the emotional realm to assist you now. And a lot of times we expend a lot of emotional energy at this time of year. So this question came to me as something that might be helpful, but if it doesn't serve you, just ask water what it wants you to know right now in reference to what you're focusing on. But the question I came up with was, what emotional boundaries need to be set so that your creation can expand? Now you've got earth and water working for you, and we're going to move to air. So just allow these cards to just sit and breathe in. What support are you drawn to taking from the deck of the elemental forces of creation in the air realm? Okay, hopefully you've got a card, and now we're going to move on. Air is the mental realm, it's the vision realm, it's the place where we dream and scheme. It's where we get we look at all the ability of the mind. Whoops, that was a little awkward wording there. What truths are guiding you right now would be the main thing that I'm trying to convey there. What truths are guiding you right now? We think about the elemental realm, what we believe. And there, my good friend and business partner, Bonnie Solomon, says it's a land of multiple truths, and there could be nothing that could be greater said here. So there can be many truths, but focus for you on what you're wanting to expand in this Sagittarius new moon and sun. And what truths are your guiding lights in the air realm, in the mental realm? Hope Air invited you to take a deep breaths as you looked at what truths are guiding you or whatever message you wanted to get from air. And now we move to fire, which is Sagittarius for sure. So now we've got the fire cards from the elemental forces of creation. As you ponder what it is that you're focusing on in this new moon, pull the card towards you that is asking for to align with whatever you're seeking right now. Okay, hopefully you found the card that's right for you to align with at this time. And fire is the action or transformation realm. And I apologize for having that card on the screen. That was a mistake, but maybe not. Maybe it's a perfect card for everybody to take in as mass consciousness. It is the old arrangement of the card, but that's perfectly fine. What do I need to make my actions in life in alignment with my non-negotiable truths? There's nothing more powerful than having your actions in alignment with your truth. Energetic integrity is what we call it in CCT. Having energetic integrity so that your thoughts, your actions, your emotions, your willingness to commit all line up. So what do I need to make my actions in life in alignment with my non-negotiable truths? And you may have pulled a different card, but apparently the letting go card wanted to be here today. So just really reflect. It's about aligning up so your actions in life are propelling your truths out in the world. We all have some non-negotiable truths. And if that doesn't resonate for you, then ask fire what it needs you to know about growth, transformation, action, moving forward. Hopefully you have gotten the fire answer. If you need to pause the recording, that's what this is for. So we're going to move now on to spirits. So you're going to see the cards in front of you next from the Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle aligned with spirit. And notice what word or words card catches your attention as the right support for you. Oop. I just realized I don't have the correct deck up here. I apologize. Let me look really quick. Okay, well, apparently I'm already in Mercury retrograde. I sincerely apologize for that. And I'm going to go ahead and draw a spirit card for the collective. I got Divine Masculine. So if Divine Masculine serves you, if you have your own deck, you can pull your own card. I sincerely apologize for my boo-boos today. But Divine Masculine is the card that I pulled for the collective. And I will put the spirit cards in the e-zine that goes out with this, or on the YouTube channel. So if you have signed up for YouTube, you can see the cards there to choose from. But what are you questing for with spirit is the question from spirit that I got. If that doesn't align for you, then just ask spirit what you need to know in right order with your whatever you're focusing on at this time. Okay, so now we're going to look at all the cards that you pulled, or you might use Divine Masculine with Spirit. And just see what the message is for you when you look at the unified field that wants to be a support, wants to co-create, wants to harmonize with whatever it is that you're moving forward. You want to be grateful to the elemental forces as you reflect on the support they're giving you. Earth, air, water, fire, and spirit. How are they helping you to catalyze, clarify, focalize, so that you know what intentions you want to bring forward for that new moon that's going to occur on December 12th, 2023? Well, I hope this has been a useful time, despite my couple of mistakes in terms of having that one card on the screen and not having the spirit deck up. Going with the flow here. But so happy that people are doing this work in the world, that they're allowing the unified field of creation and the elemental forces to inform, to encourage, and to enliven what they want to create, so that they can move forward with ease and with joy, and they can have the energy of completion at this time of Mercury retrograde soon. So enjoy your holiday, and thank you for doing the work with me. Winter solstice is on Thursday, December 21st, and the Cancer full moon is on the 27th of December. So it's possible I may do a combined winter solstice and Cancer full moon, or I may separate them, but I will be with you regardless, December 21st at 1 p.m. And I may offer some new healing energy with a tool called Compassion Key on the winter solstice, and then do a separate call for the Cancer full moon. I just am not certain yet, with it being the holiday time. So join me on Thursday, December 21st at 1, and we'll see if we do something the week before New Year's. All right. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for all the work you've done this year. Thank you for blessing your lives with nature. And we at Wise Transformation send you many, many blessings. Be well.